Have you ever had this experience? Someone, maybe a fortune teller, maybe a friend, says, "Your life will get better soon," or "Be careful, this year you'll face misfortune." And suddenly your mind clings to those words all day. Some people, after hearing a warning, become anxious, walking through every day with unease. Others, after hearing they're destined for luck, relax too much, losing motivation or caution because they believe fortune is on their side. Let me ask you directly, isn't it true that sometimes we hand over our future into someone else's mouth, forgetting that we ourselves are the ones creating it every day? Many people believe their life is like a movie already filmed, waiting to be screened, with nothing they can do but watch the ending. But in reality, life is not a locked film. It's a live broadcast. Every action, every thought, every word we speak in this moment is like writing a new script. The Buddha taught clearly, all beings are the heirs of their actions. In other words, we are not bound by a fate drawn by others. We are shaped by the causes and conditions we ourselves create. Past actions matter, but the actions we are making right now are just as powerful. Because we don't fully understand the law of cause and effect, we often get caught up in predictions. Someone hears they'll have bad luck and becomes so afraid they stop acting altogether. And that fear itself becomes the cause that makes them miss good opportunities. The prediction comes true not because it was correct from the start, but because they themselves created the conditions for it. On the other side, someone hears they will be wealthy or promoted and they stop trying, like a runner slowing down before the finish line, assuming they've already won. They lose the opportunity not because their luck changed, but because their present actions did. The real question is, do we want our future to depend on causes we can control or on someone else's words? Now, I'm not saying that listening to predictions is always bad. If taken as a gentle reminder or inspiration, they can sometimes be useful. But problems arise when predictions replace our own compass and we stop looking at the causes we're creating right now. Ask yourself, have I ever done good deeds just to counter a bad prediction instead of simply because goodness leads to good results? Have I ever stopped doing good because I believed my luck was low and it wouldn't help anyway? Have I ever settled for less because I thought my luck was already high and I didn't need to try? If you answer yes to even one of these, it means you might be letting your future be controlled by an unstable belief instead of the natural law of cause and effect. The future is not tied to stars, planets, or cards. It's tied to what we think, say, and do today. That's why the Buddha emphasized the present moment, because the present is the seed of the future. Think about it. If the time we spent being scared or excited by predictions was instead spent creating good causes, working diligently, caring for our health, training the mind to be calm, and living ethically, how different the future look. We see many examples of people who refuse to let predictions shape their lives, and instead use their actions to guide them. They often discover that what the fortune teller once said matters far less than what they themselves do each day. So before we tie our hearts to an imagined future, I invite you to pause and ask, what causes am I creating today for my future? And do those causes match the future I truly want? In the Buddhist scriptures, the Buddha repeatedly said, all beings are owners of their actions, heirs of their actions. Their actions are their origin. Their actions are their kin. Their actions are their refuge. This is a key to understanding the future. It is not fixed by fate or anyone's prediction, but shaped by the causes we create in the past, present, and going forward. Here, action, or karma, means what we do with the body, what we say with speech, and what we think with the mind. Each is a seed that will grow into a result. Some sprout quickly, others slowly, but none vanish if the conditions are right. A prediction is like someone looking at your garden and guessing what fruits will grow. But they cannot change the seeds you plant. The real power is in your own hands to pull weeds, water, fertilize, or let things wither. Sometimes when people hear they'll face misfortune, they respond by doing more good, keeping ethical conduct, cultivating kindness, clearing their minds. Even if past harmful actions are ready to bear fruit, those good actions can act as a wall of protection, softening or even removing the hardship. This may lead people to believe the prediction was accurate, but in truth, it was the good actions that changed the outcome. Conversely, someone hears they will be lucky, becomes careless, and loses opportunities, proving again that the future is shaped by our actions, not by someone's words. The Buddha never taught dependence on luck. He taught understanding cause and effect. If we understand the cause, we can influence the result, not by forcing nature, but by creating the right causes. If you want rice, you plant rice. You don't wait for luck to blow rice seeds into your field. So how can we create the causes for a good future? The Buddha gave a simple but profound three-step path. Avoid harmful actions. Refrain from anything that causes harm, such as hurting others, lying, or harboring ill will. Even small harms are like planting thorn seeds. Do good. Increase actions that lead to good results, such as helping others, keeping ethical principles, sharing blessings, and cultivating compassion. This is like watering and nourishing healthy plants. Purify the mind. Practice meditation, develop mindfulness, and reflect on truth, so the mind stays steady, unmoved by words or events. It's important to see that past actions and present actions work together. We can't change the past, but we can create new actions to overshadow or soften it, like diluting salty water in a well by adding fresh water until the saltiness fades. So I encourage you, don't make predictions the center of your life. Use truth, the natural law, as your compass. Truth doesn't depend on anyone's accuracy, and the future is always something we can co-create. Even though the Buddha had the ability to know the future, he didn't use it to make people wait for things to happen. He used it to show people what causes they could change. Because if people just waited for predictions, they would never act. But when they understood the cause, they could start transforming their lives immediately. So here is the truth I want to leave with you. A secure future doesn't come from knowing what will happen. It comes from ensuring that whatever happens, we have a foundation of good causes supporting us. Remember, a fortune teller can be wrong, the stars can shift, but cause and effect never fail. It never lies. The result always matches the cause, without discount or exception.